Who's accusing you of breaking your baby's arm?
My sister Martha. I love my baby. I would never do that to him.
You're a liar! You hurt that baby! That's my little nephew! That's my blood!
Did you break your son's arms?
No. I picked him up from his left arm.
You picked the baby up by its arm?
I was being lazy.
And you told the detectives two different stories.
Because I was afraid they were going to take my baby away.
You were mad because you know they were going to find out the truth about Eladio.
If he told you to hit your baby, you would have done it.
And his other arm is broke. You have no idea how?
No.
That's a lie.
I believe her man hit that baby. He broke his arm.
How dare you accuse me of hitting my son?
One time he didn't want to hold his pacifier in his mouth, so he went and tied a scarf around it so it would stay in there.
You're with the guy that you had to say, don't tie a scarf around our baby's mouth.
I didn't tie it like, you know, choking, tying him.
We're going to get to these results right now.
If it is that they're lying, I'm just going to get a lawyer and we're going to take that baby away. They're never.
My guess is Ida. Ida, why are you here?
I'm here for my baby because they're accusing me that I had broke his arms.
Who's accusing you of breaking your baby's arms?
My family and my sister Martha.
Did you break your son's arms?
No.
You didn't break his arms.
The left arm, I did break it, but it was an accident.
How did you break your son's arm? First of all, how old was he when you broke his arm on
4
accident?
months.
4 months old. 4 months old. How did you break a 4-month-old baby's arm on accident?
I picked him up from his left arm, and I guess...
Whoa. You picked the baby up by its arm?
From his left arm, yes.
Okay, I'm a man, and even though I have 2 children of my own, I don't know a lot about raising babies. I don't. Like, they handed me the baby, it's like the atomic bomb. Don't know what to do with it. But the one thing I do know about babies is you don't pick them up by their arms. I'm going to guess even if I didn't have a baby, I would know not to pick a baby up by its arm. How did you do that? You just, like the baby was laying down, you picked the baby up by its arm?
No, I was being lazy, and that morning when I grabbed him from his left arm, I guess I pulled too hard when I was picking up from his one arm like that.
How does it feel to be lazy that you broke your child's arm? I was lazy and my child suffered a broken arm at 4 months old. I don't even know if lazy is the right word. Lazy is, I don't want to get up and change the channel, so I tell my daughter, go get me the remote. You, on the other hand, I would say is you were more negligent, right? Negligent, not really ensuring your son's safety, right? Negligent in the fact that you picked him up and you broke his arm. That's not lazy, that's just like, I don't give a. That's what that is. Are you familiar with the show at all? My show?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Somebody just said it. You broke your son's arm. You cannot sit in my chair. Right. And you cannot lean on the chair
Okay.
either. Yeah. I got this funny rule. Chairs are for people that don't neglect their kids. So how did you hurt your son?
Well, last month, my husband came home from work, and he brought his friend over. They were drinking. Me and the baby were watching a movie. And then the baby was falling asleep in my arms. I laid him down in the bassinet, which I put half the bassinet right next where we sleep. I used to put him right next to me to watch him at night. And then we were waiting to give him his seizure medicine because our baby has seizures. And
yeah, I mean, more reason not to be lazy, right, with your seizure baby?
Then at 7 in the morning, the baby got up crying, and I woke up my husband. I told my husband, go and get a diaper for the baby so I could change him. And when I got up from the bed, I grabbed him from his left arm, and I picked him up, and I guess I pulled too hard that I broke his arm.
Not even necessarily that you pulled him too hard. He's 4 months old. I mean, so this was a month ago. He had a broken arm that you broke it up by picking up. And since that time, they found that his other arm had been broken also.
Yeah, and the CPS told us after they took our baby, the week before they told us that the other arm, the right arm, was broken.
How would the right arm get broken?
I don't know.
Did you ever pick up the baby?
No, I never picked them up.
You never?
No,
No, I never would do that.
I would pick them up from his left arm with one arm, with this arm, but I never picked him up from his right arm and broke his arm.
Why wouldn't you pick him up by his right arm?
I used to pick him up from the bottom, like that.
But you broke his left arm by picking him up by his left arm. So you're telling me that you were so cautious as never to do it with his right arm?
No,
Why?
because I never picked him up like that. That was the first time I picked him up like that.
So that one time you picked your baby up by the arm was the only time?
Yes.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
I love my baby. I would never do that to him.
You're a liar! You hurt that baby! That's my little nephew! That's my blood!
And his other arm is broke. You have no idea how.
No.
I believe her man hit that baby. He broke his...
Now, the police became involved, right?
Yes.
And detectives came and
Yes.
interviewed you. And you told the detectives 2 different stories. Why did you do that?
Because I was afraid they were going to take my baby away.
Why were you afraid?
Because I know by telling the cops the truth, they're going to take the baby eventually.
Oh, that's how it works, right? Well, I'm curious about this because I used to be a Chicago policeman. And so people told me the truth. I then took their children away from them. Is that how it works?
But that's how I think. I don't know.
That's how you think. And why do you think that way?
Because I always thought cops were like that.
They want to take your children away.
Well, if you tell them the truth, they're going
to punish you for
Yeah,
it.
they're going to do something.
And then if you don't tell the truth, what are they going to do? They really must do something bad. If they're going to take the children away for telling you the truth, my God, what if you lied to the police?
Yeah, and I told the detective what really happened to the baby, and
You just told the same detective 2 different stories.
no, I told the CPS that the baby broke his arm in the bassinet, and then I told them the same story. But when they took me in to his office, I had told them the truth, what really happened.
And just, I'm curious, how would you try to get anybody to believe that a baby broke its arm in its own bassinet?
There's no way they could believe it.
That's no way to believe it, is right. Did you purposely try to break your son's other arm?
No.
No? Baby not crying, not having a seizure?
No. I
weren't
love
frustrated?
my baby. I wouldn't do that to him.
Okay. Except pick him up by his arm, break his arm. Now, your whole family believes you're covering for your boyfriend, Ilario. Are you covering up for him?
No.
He ever abuse your baby?
No.
You never see him hit your son?
No, I never seen him do anything to the
Never-
baby. He takes good care of the baby.
He takes good care. Does he pick the baby up by its arms?
No.
Never.
No.
What are you hoping to happen today?
Show my family and show everybody that's talking about me and my sister that I didn't do it on purpose.
I don't know. Was it a mistake? Were you mad? I don't know. I think, did you take a lie detector test
Yes.
before? We're going to find out. But, just to be so nonchalant about it. I don't even see that it's almost like you're more worried about what people are saying about you than what you did to your baby.
No, it hurts me.
So do you feel bad about what you did to your baby?
Yes, I feel bad because I know it was a mistake and I shouldn't have done that to him.
All right. So you're not going to do that again?
No, I'm not going to do that again. Because I love my baby. I would never do that to him.
And who has your son now?
Huh?
Where is your son now?
He is with my sister, Martha.
Martha, and she has what, custody of him?
She has custody of him right now.
Because, okay. I'm just curious. Did you call the show?
Martha called the show.
But you didn't?
No.
Okay. All right, your sister Martha here, she has custody of your son. Your son was taken away because of 2 broken arms at the age of 4 months. She's now taking care of him. She's here. She called the show. Let's find out why.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You hurt that baby and you let him do it. You let him do whatever he wants with that baby.
No,
You let him do whatever he wants with that baby.
Story. You don't know
That's
the
my
story.
little nephew. That's my blood.
You don't know the story, so you're
And I called Steve. Yes, I did. And
Yeah,
you were
you
mad at me
called-
when I told you that I called him.
Yeah,
Why
I
were
was
you
mad because
you
you
were
don't-
mad because you know they were going to find out the truth about Eladio.
because the
Yes, he did.
detectives were going to put polygraph test on me already. I didn't
You're
have to come and do it
You're
over
lying.
here.
You're sticking up for Eladio.
No,
you
I'm not
never did
sticking up
anything.
for
You're sticking up for
Eladio.
Eladio.
Never did anything
She's
to
sticking
him.
up for her
no,
man.
he
Steve.
never did
She's
anything.
sticking up for her
you
man.
just hate him.
Yes,
you never
you are.
liked him since
No,
the first
I
time
don't
we got
hate him.
together.
No,
You
no.
always hated my.
That's crap. Sticking up for him
hated him.
because you.
No,
Paulie is the man of your life or whatever.
I love him.
Somebody who
Yeah,
beats your
so
kid
what?
is
I
not
love
the
him.
man of your life.
But he didn't hit him. I
He
did.
doesn't do that. And you know why I called your show, Steve? You want to know why I call your show? Because you're the only person that'll stand up for little babies and infants from mothers like her and her husband.
Martha, I'm glad you called the show, and I'm glad that your nephew is with you and that you're watching over him. Seems like you got your head on right. What do you believe happened to your nephew?
I believe her man hit that baby. He broke his arm. That's what I believe.
I mean, and we're going to get to that, and it's quite possible it happened. I mean, here's a 4-month-old baby
Yeah,
with 2
that's why I
broken
called the
arms.
show, 'cause-
That's kind of crazy. You're not covering up for Eladio.
No, I'm not covering
So
up.
you did pick up your
Yes,
son's arm.
yes.
You picked him up by his arm and you broke his arm.
Yes.
We'll find
And
out.
his other arm is broke. You have no idea how.
No.
And you say that you have no knowledge whatsoever of Eladio breaking your son's arm. Now, you've seen Eladio be violent with your sister?
Not with her, but I've seen him with the baby.
And so what have you seen?
One time when they went to our house, he didn't want to hold his pacifier in his mouth, so he went and tied a scarf around it so it would stay in there.
Is that true?
Yes, and
See?
I told
Being a
him that
mom.
day, don't ever do that to the baby again, and he still
See?
kept
Okay,
on doing
okay.
it.
There you go.
Okay.
I have a 9-month-old baby. If my husband did that, I would leave his ass.
Okay.
How dare you accuse me of hitting my son?
You're with the guy that you had to say, don't tie a scarf around our baby's mouth.
I didn't tie it like, choking, tying him.
We're going to get to these results right now. Here we have a mother that breaks her own son's arm, somehow managed to break another arm. I mean, 4 months old, right?
I took him to the doctor and they said he had a healing fracture in his right arm.
Okay, okay.
See?
So we have a mother that's breaking her son's arm. We have a father that ties a scarf around his 4-month-old baby to
And he
keep the
wasn't even
pacifier
4
in
months
mouth.
yet. He was 3.5.
He was 3.5 months
3.5
old.
months.
Your husband tied a scarf around your baby's mouth with a pacifier, and you said, don't do that again, honey?
No, I told him I don't want to catch you doing that ever again.
But you saw him do it again.
No, he did it that day. We went to my sister's house, and that's when I told him.
That's weird
And
how...
he never did it again.
No,
You never saw him do it again.
no.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
not
Don't
in
be
front of
lying.
me.
Don't lie for
Not
him.
in
Don't
front
lie
of
for
me.
him.
Do you have any
Don't lie
knowledge
for
I
of
him.
him
don't know
doing it?
if alone
Don't
with
be lying
him,
for him.
but when he
See,
was
she's
with
lying
me,
through her
no.
teeth for him, just for that man. She's
No,
lying
I'm
through her
not
teeth.
lying
Yes,
for
you
him.
are.
I'm not lying
yes,
for
you
him.
are. He did it one
Why
time.
am I
I'm
gonna-
pretty sure you're going to do one thing one time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
right.
he never showed it in front of me.
No, that's
if
crap.
he did it
I don't
again.
believe in that.
I'm
I don't believe that
I'm just
crap.
wondering if there's a reason why your son suffers seizures. There might be a reason behind it. you know?
Yes, there is a reason. And I think I know the reason. They think it was shaken baby syndrome. Yep. Yep. And she knows
No,
it's true.
no.
That's what the doctor told me.
No, because
Yep.
we never do. We wouldn't do that
If
to
you
the baby.
tie a rag
Wait,
around
wait,
his...
yeah. You wouldn't do
Shake-
that to the
I wouldn't
baby?
shake a baby. I
You won't
wouldn't
shake a
him.
baby. You'll
No.
break a baby's arm. You'll tie a scarf around his mouth, but we won't shake the baby.
No, don't shake him. Don't shake him. Don't shake him.
I was told that your son suffered a seizure and you waited a day and a half to take him to the hospital.
Steve,
I didn't wait a day and a half.
She thought he was cold, and she left him waiting for a day and a half, covered him with a blanket.
No, I was waiting
yes,
for...
you did.
I was
You
waiting
covered him
for...
with and you thought he was cold.
No,
How the heck you gonna think a baby's cold?
I called my...
day and a half.
Come and pick me up because
You're
the
lying.
baby's...
You're
I think something's wrong with the
So
baby.
wait, your baby had a seizure, and you
Yes.
said you're waiting for a day and a half for your come pick you up.
Yeah, because Eladia was working. How was I going to go?
Oh.
Right? Like, when I'm thinking,
So if your baby-
hold on. When I'm thinking, which everybody in the audience is saying, which we all is, I would think as a normal human being would think, my baby's having a seizure, 911.
But the baby wasn't shaking.
Hold on,
He
let me
wasn't
answer
shaking.
something.
The
What?
baby wasn't showing that he was having a seizure
Well, then how'd you know he was having a seizure?
because he was
crap.
cold and he
That's
was
crap.
crying. And
That's crap.
that's when I called my come pick me up because I'm going to take the baby to the hospital.
Because you thought your baby was having a seizure.
No, I didn't know he was having a seizure.
But you knew something was wrong with your baby.
Yes, something was
Okay.
wrong. That's why I went to the hospital.
So you had to wait a day and a half
A day and a
before
half you
somebody would
waited?
show up.
A day and a half?
All right, $1 million question. Do you think you're fit to be a mother?
No.
Oh. So you believe that your son is in better hands with being with Martha?
Yes,
He is.
And how long, what is your plan? Martha raise your child till he's 18? What is it?
I didn't have sex to have him, but I have to raise him for 18 years.
What is your plan?
My plan is...
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm trying to get my baby back.
And how are you doing that?
Well, I'm just waiting for court to come.
You're just
and-
waiting. I'm just waiting for court. Court's gonna
Yeah, and
take
I'm
you my
planning to
son
get a
back.
lawyer too.
Now you've had her son for a month now, right?
Yes.
And in this time that you've had her son for a month, how many times have they called to check on the baby?
Not once. I had
No, I called.
No, you
like
did not.
4,
You have not
5
called
times.
not one time.
Every
have you
time I call,
This
she won't
past
pick
week,
up the phone.
Her baby had the stomach flu. He was diarrhea, vomiting every day. Who was up at 1 in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning with him? I was. You never
No, I
called and
called
checked
you.
up
You know,
on.
I
had
called
to
you.
call her and tell her.
I called you.
that her baby was
Let me ask
sick.
you a question. She said to herself, and I'm going to use your words, I didn't have sex to have this baby, but I'm going to have to raise him till I'm 18. He's 18 years old. She's taken the baby in. She's the one who called the show to say, like, I want to know what's going on with my nephew. I want to know the truth.
wanna know the truth.
She's up at 1 o'clock in the morning when your baby has diarrhea.
When she's out there partying
stomach-
with her friends
But I
or
never
whatever.
party. No, I don't
So
do
let me
that.
ask you a question. What motivation, what interest does she have in lying up here?
Well, she's
Why would I
lying
wanna lie
about
about
that. That I didn't call her because I had called her.
You haven't
And
called
sometimes
me.
when I call her,
called
she
you.
won't
I
pick
had
up
to
the
call
phone.
you. No, I had to call you.
No, you don't even pick
Yes,
up
I
the
did.
phone. Even my would call her. She
That's
wouldn't
crap.
pick up
If
the
everybody,
phone.
if the whole world can get a hold of me except for you, that's weird.
There's people that step up in the world that you can count on, that take care of the people that need to be taken care of, and Martha's one of them. And I want to thank you for that. Okay, let's bring out your husband, Ilario.
How dare you accuse me of hitting my son? Breaking his arm. I don't understand.
Stand up, be a
Accuse me of hitting my
Be a
son in
man.
front of everybody.
Be a man.
I am a man.
Liar.
I don't
You
understand
hit
you.
little
How can
baby.
you do
Why don't
this?
you stand up to a big man and hit him, huh? Why'd you break his arm? Why'd you break his arm? Why'd you break his arm?
I never hit my son. I love my son.
He does
My wife
what
never.
You don't even know the story.
I know
So you
the
should
story.
keep your mouth shut.
Why don't you keep your mouth shut?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! How dare you tell your sister keep her mouth shut?
Yeah.
When the only way,
Yeah, she's
the
over there
only way
accusing
your
them.
husband knows how to keep her mouth shut
I don't know why
is by
she's mad
tying
at
a
us. What
scarf
did we do?
around the mouth.
What did we do to her?
Did you ever abuse your son?
No, sir.
Ever slap him around? Ever shake the baby?
It was an accident. No, you know, nobody's perfect.
She admits on camera, I was lazy. I broke my son's arm.
But we don't know if she's covering up for him.
Should I tie a scarf around her mouth to keep her mouth
I
shut?
want to see him try to
Well, I
scarf
can't tell
around my
you why
mouth.
he did that.
But,
I'm not
but that's
him.
how he does it.
Yeah,
If he
that's
was-
how
the
if
thing
you're-
is-
hey, hold on a minute. When he wants a mouth shut, he ties a scarf around it.
Yeah.
No, because I was.
no,
He's not home half of the time. I was always with the baby.
Yes.
That's all you're doing.
Hey, you're with the guy that you had to say, don't tie a scarf around our baby's mouth. You're with that guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's the guy that you're with.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad? You're with that guy.
Yes, and I'm probably stupid for being with him.
See, Steve,
You choose to be with him.
about the scarf. I didn't tie it like choking, tying him.
Oh, you
I
tied
just-
it loosely,
No,
gingerly.
He wanted his pacifier. I didn't.
And you can just hold it on his mouth?
Yes.
You had to stick a
Yes,
scarf
but
around his neck?
Yeah, but I wanted to get a drink of water. The table's over here. I stepped away for a minute. I just put it on him, and I barely put it on.
Wait. What proof was that water?
Right?
Yes, water.
I wanted a drink of water.
He's so
Sure you
stupid.
did. Couldn't you carry that baby with the pacifier and be like this? Turn the water on. That's So we have a woman here that breaks her son's arm because, in your own words, you're lazy. And then we have a dad that ties a scarf around his baby's mouth because he's thirsty.
That's a parent of the year right there.
So you break an arm. Break an arm, and the other one, you could choke to death because I'm thirsty. I mean, what chance? Well, the kid's got a chance now because he's with Martha. But did you ever abuse your son?
No, sir.
Ever slap him around?
No, sir.
Ever shake the baby?
No, sir.
Your baby has seizures, right?
Yes.
Any idea why your baby has seizures?
No, sir, I don't.
Could it be that your baby was shaken?
Yep.
Well, they were saying that it was because he had a urinary infection.
Yeah,
That's what the doctor said.
Okay, you know
that's
what?
what
I'm
the
not a
doctor
doctor.
said.
I can't dispute that. Maybe that's what caused it. But I'm asking you, could it be that maybe you shook the baby?
No, sir.
Never shook the baby?
No.
Because you wouldn't do anything to harm your baby, would you?
No, sir.
Ever seen
No,
your
except for
your-
tie a scarf around his mouth. That's all he would do.
Any idea, you know how your son suffered one broken arm by your wife, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, your feelings that your wife broke your son's arm. How do you feel about that?
Like it was an accident. Nobody's
an
perfect.
accident.
Oh,
Nobody's
accident.
perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
No.
Oh.
She was lazy and she picked him up, a baby, by the arm. You're not mad about that?
Well, I'm mad because he has a broken arm.
I know, because you're furious.
I'm mad. Yes, I am. But I'm not mad at her because I know it was an accident. She didn't intentionally.
She could have picked the baby up like every normal other human being does.
Yeah.
I'm pretty tough on my kids,
Pick
you
up
know
the
what I
baby
mean?
like a
I
normal
want my
baby.
kids to be good adults when I grow up, so I'm tough on my kids. But I don't do stupid things with them. And when they were babies, I didn't pick them up by their arm and dangle them like they were,
They're just lying. They just
Let me
don't know
ask you a
how to
question.
cover up all their crap.
You ever pick up a dog by just one leg? Just pick up a dog and hold the dog up by one leg?
No, sir.
You know why you wouldn't do that? Because it probably would hurt the dog, right? Right? Dog? No, I've never seen that. Nobody ever picks a
Also,
dog up by
he
one
thinks
leg.
it'll hurt a dog,
But
but
you
it won't hurt his
pick
baby.
up a baby by one arm.
Yes.
And you're like, well, I'm not mad at her. I'm mad that my son's got a broken arm.
no.
But I'm not mad.
I would be mad if she got his arm and did that.
Oh, did that? So
That
she
would
would
be
actually
mad.
have to snap it in half. But as long as she held his arm and swirled him around, then you wouldn't be mad?
That's crap.
Yeah. But
Oh, then you would be mad.
see, but I know it was an accident. She didn't do it on purpose. That's why I'm not mad.
Because you did it,
There's
you're trying to
difference
blame it
of-
on her.
You know what?
No.
There's
That's
difference
why.
of accidents. If she picked the baby up and she bumped into a table and dropped the baby and broke its arm, Hey, that happens. Picking a baby intentionally by one arm, picking a baby up, a 4-month-old baby picking up by one arm is not an accident. You have a brother.
Yes.
Your brother Fernando's here. Let's bring him out.
You're a lousy mother, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be with him. He's stupid. Don't be with him. Okay? No, you're stupid. You're stupid. You gonna pick him over your baby? Huh?
No.
You gonna pick him?
She took a lie detector test. We're going to get to these results right now.
If it is that they're lying, I'm just gonna get a lawyer and we're gonna take that baby away. They're never.
Why you with him still then?
Huh? Because I love him.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to her.
I'm talking to you.
You shut up.
I'm talking to you. I didn't do nothing to the baby.
Hey,
I'm here. That's why we're here to prove that
Yeah,
it
we
was
didn't
accident.
do anything to him.
I want to ask you, what do you think your nephew ended up with 2 broken arms? What do you think happened to your nephew?
He's the one
for
who broke
being lazy, for being a lousy mother, for not taking care of her responsibilities.
And your issue with Ilario.
Is that I don't like him, honestly. I don't like him. I don't like him being
Yeah,
with my
you guys
sister.
never liked him?
No.
Hold on.
Ever since you've been with him, you've been sticking up for him,
No, I
taking,
never
lying
stick
for him,
up
doing
for him.
anything for him.
I never stick
I
up
bet
for him.
if he told you to hit your baby, you would have done it.
No. Why would I do that?
Cause you love him so much.
No, I love my
Since
baby.
you've been with him, you've been lying to us, not caring about baby. What? It's your baby. It's my nephew. I love him. I love you
Yeah, I
too,
love
but
the
you
baby.
don't show love for him. You don't
Yes,
show
I
no
do.
love.
I love the baby.
You don't show nothing for him.
But I'm not sticking in for him.
You always stick in for him.
No,
you always
I'm
lie
not
for him.
sticking
in for him.
Well, okay. Well, hold on. Let me ask a question. Do you love Ilario? Do you love him?
Yes.
You want to spend the rest of your life with him?
No, I don't know.
You don't know. You had 2 children with him. At what point are you going to know?
I don't know. When in the future something might happen between us and we might leave each other.
And so I'll ask
But
you.
there's things that he done to me in
Like
the past.
what? So what?
Cheating.
He cheated on you.
Yes.
So you have to take it out on your baby.
Yeah.
Did he? Did
You have to take
cheat
it out
on
on
him?
your
I
baby.
take it on the baby.
Well,
Why?
that's weird.
He says he didn't cheat on you.
No, I did. I never cheated.
Well, that's what I don't know where
Okay.
we used to work. They said
What
he
else?
was cheating
What else?
around with
What
some
else?
girl.
What else? What else?
That's it.
That's it. Just cheated on you.
Just cheated on me and talked behind my back with his friends.
What does he talk about your back about you?
Like that I'm fat and that I'm ugly and
And this is the woman you love?
Yes, I do love
Do
him.
you talk about her behind
No,
her
I
back?
don't, sir.
Why does she think that?
Honestly, I don't know.
Well, there must be a reason why.
I haven't talked about her. I love her. You
But
know, when
yes,
you
she
love
loves
somebody,
him.
you don't talk about nobody.
Okay. Now,
loves somebody
I
who
heard a
calls her
couple
fat.
people, and we're going to get to these results right now. We're going to find out your results.
We need to find the.
But I hear your brother and sister, and I understand their reasons, saying, "Oh, you know, you guys should break up, not be together. You know, I want you to leave him." And I hear people from the audience say it, yell out, "Leave him, leave him!" And I say, "No, no way, man. You 2 stay together, so you don't screw anybody else up."
Steve, before you read the paper, if it is that they're lying, I'm just gonna get a lawyer and we're gonna take that baby away. They're never. You're never gonna see him again. Never.
Well,
Ever.
Whether and she took a lie detector test, and we're going to find out if she intentionally did it. But she readily admits right here on camera, "Hey, I was negligent. I was lazy. I broke my son's arm." The fact that he says, "Yeah, I was thirsty. I tied a scarf around my baby's mouth." I don't know how
Yeah,
much
but
more.
we don't know if she's covering up for him. Maybe she's
not
lying just
covering
to
up
cover
for
him.
him.
Yes, you are. You're always covering up for him.
Let's
She's
find-
always covering up
let's-
for him.
Well,
Well, you'll never see your baby again
his
after
arm
this.
got broken. It wasn't me.
And I'm gonna tell him too.
Whatever.
It's
coming out the other ear anyways.
Oh, it's going in one ear and out the other? That's what it should have been going with your
You
baby?
know what? I'll say this before I read the results. Last thing I'm going to say. All I know is if I was on any kind of TV show, and I was on there because I didn't have my children, and I was being accused of being negligent, of laziness, of being abusive, of tying a scarf around my children's mouth, you know, and if I didn't feel like I was being treated right and I was wronged and my child wasn't with me, I think I would be more like Martha. I'd be really passionate and upset and pissed off instead of two loads on stage like... It's like I'm asking you what you had for lunch. I don't know. We're talking about your child that you haven't seen, that's in your sister's custody, that you haven't called, you haven't made no effort to get in touch with.
Not even diapers. She don't even buy formula diaper, nothing. I've had to do everything, which I don't mind because it's my nephew.
You need money,
but you can at least
you
say, hey, you know
I
what?
can support the
Here's
baby
some
by
money or
myself.
here's some diapers for the baby.
You don't need to we told you that your husband knows that.
It's too much, $30 is too much to spend on the baby.
You don't need to ask. You know what your baby needs. You don't need to offer. You just take your money, you make sure it gets over. That's just more money for his water.
More money for that beer.
You took a lie detector test, and again, like I said, I don't know what the results are, we'll find out, but you already admitted that you're negligent to your own child, your laziness. A mother to come on my show and admit that she's lazy with her 4-month-old, you know what, you're guilty, but let's just find out what these results say. Did you injure your son in a way other than you described to cause his arm to break? You answered no. Were you aware at the time you broke your son's arm that you were using excessive force? You answered no. Did you ever shake your son with excessive force causing his arms to break? You answered no. Did you ever shake your son with excessive force causing him to have a seizure? You answered no. Have you ever seen Ilario physically abuse your son? You answered no.
There's a lie.
Are you covering for Ilario because you know he broke your son's arm? You answered no. Were you aware that your son's other arm was broken and neglected to get him medical attention? You answered no. And the results for your lie detector test is that you... Are you being wrongly accused and need my help to clear your name? Call me at 1-888-STEVE-07.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. I have an annuity, but I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. 877 cash now. They have thousands, they'll help you too. One lump sum of cash, they will pay to you. Get long-term payments, but you need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
Did you injure your son in a way other than you described to cause his arm to break? You answered no. Were you aware at the time you broke your son's arm that you were using excessive force? You answered no. Did you ever shake your son with excessive force causing his arms to break? You answered no. Did you ever shake your son with excessive force causing him to have a seizure? You answered no. Have you ever seen Ilario physically abuse your son? You answered no.
There's a lie.
Are you covering for Ilario because you know he broke your son's arm? You answered no. Were you aware that your son's other arm was broken and neglected to get him medical attention? You answered no. And the results for your lie detector test is that you told the truth.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth. You
No
see
applause.
now, I'm telling
No
the truth.
applause. No applause.
Do you see that? And you blaming me for doing something.
You still broke your son's arm.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't do it on purpose. And I wasn't lying for him. Well, I came because I wanted to show you that I didn't do it on purpose.
That's good.
You know
Good
what?
for
You
you.
keep saying that,
Good
that
for
thing
you.
that you're hanging on to. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. All right, We'll give it to you. You didn't do it on purpose, but you're still negligent. You still did something wrong, and you shouldn't have done it. Ilario, you took a lie detector test and you were asked, have you ever physically abused your son? You answered no. Have you ever seen Ida physically abuse your son? You answered no. Did you physically abuse your son in any way, causing his arm to break? You answered no. Did you ever shake your son with excessive force, causing his arms to break? You answered no. Were you aware that your son's other arm was broken and neglected to get him medical attention? You answered no. And the results for your polygraph is that you told the truth.
All right, you see that? You see that?
Whatever.
That's the truth
Now
right
you know
there.
the truth.
Huh?
Now you know the
What do you
truth.
got to say now?
Huh? What are you
Look
gonna
at
do
that.
now?
Huh?
Good.
Now,
You
come
know
on.
what to
What
say
do you say
now.
now?
That doesn't mean you didn't tie
Your
it.
mouth running no
You
more.
didn't tie
Because
it.
now you're trying to get loud with.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You don't know
That's
how
what I thought. Look.
Whatever. Now you don't know what to say.
Look at that. See? Look at that. In your face. In your face. Look at that text. The truth. You see that? Huh?
All right.
There's the truth right there.
still bad.
Hold on. You see, both of you attack her as soon as your verdicts are read, as soon as your lie detector tests are read. Oh, they told the truth. And you know what I say to that? Big deal. Big deal. Big deal. You told the truth on a lie detector test. So what? Does that make your son's arm feel better?
No.
Does that make your son feel less scared when he has a scarf tied around his mouth by his father?
Right.
Does that lie detector make your son feel any better? So if you got people, if you came on the show today to make people stop talking about you on what you want to do on purpose or whatever, then maybe you achieved your goal. But I think on the other hand, you showed the whole world how unfit you are as parents. And how in the most,
lazy.
and not unfit in the way we're drunk and lazy and doing this and we're going out and you're neglectful of your kids because you'd rather watch football on TV than spend time with your kids. No. You're so neglectful, you intentionally do neglectful things that cause harm to your child.
Yeah.
That's what you do. So if you are okay with that, you think that makes you look good, if you think your appearance and what you said on this show makes you look good in any way or better, then good luck with the rest of your lives. Really, good luck with that. I hope you wisen up. I hope you watch the show when it airs. I hope you get some kind of help or some kind of parenting skills or go back to school or do whatever you need to do or find love and caring in your heart to take care of your child. So as far as I'm concerned, you both are pathetic, you are disgraceful and despicable. Get the hell off my stage. Tomorrow on the Steve Wilkos Show.
I have a stalker. This woman claims her twins are mine. She drugged me,
She drugged you for the purpose of,
probably to have sex with me.
you're saying he definitely is the father of your children?
Yes. She put 2 pills in his drink.
Do you really believe that she raped him? You took a DNA test before the show. Well, let's find out your lie detector results. I was a policeman for 12 years. I never took a rape report on a man. Tomorrow on the Steve Wilkos Show.
I know what you might be thinking. College? I don't have time for college. We're all busy. We just got through with elections, the holidays, and have a bunch of stuff to do in the new year. But you know that if you don't do it now, you'll just keep putting it off. So I'm challenging you to make time and enroll at Remington College now.
When I'm in a tough situation, I always have backup. Come be a part of my live studio audience and see the drama up close. For free tickets to the Steve Wilkos Show, visit stevewilkos.com and click on tickets or call 1-877-74-STEVE. I want to thank you, Martha. I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank you for... There has to be a voice for children. You're doing that. They're not helping with the child that you're raising, not giving you money for diapers or anything. And I just want you to know, if you need any help, you call me, and I'll make sure that you get all the help you need in taking care of this child.